Respected Dr. Vijayam Ravi ma'am for self-strength, the fire inside.
Namaste, namaste to all of you. It's a wonderful, wonderful evening, and thank you, Anita. Such a beautiful story, and actually a food for thought.
Thank you, Amma.
And many times someone has to push us to action, and then only we act. So
Yes.
then only we realize. Thank you so much for such a wonderful story.
Thank you, Amma.
Welcome to Rashmi Madam and Vidyaji, and also all the participants, all the principals, teachers, and my colleagues from HEMA Foundation. A very good evening to all of you. A very happy New Year and a happy Republic Day, a good remembrance of the day ahead. It has been a great year. Last year, I am particularly talking about the academic year. The academic year had been probably the first year after the pandemic when we are open to campuses and activities on the campuses. And now all the principals and teachers are very, very concerned about the ensuing examinations. +2 and 10th standard exams are around the corner in February. You are all going through a tough time, your kids, you, all of you, a lot of responsibilities. And the HEMA Foundation wishes you all great success, and only great things should happen to you. Sincerely, from bottom of our heart, all the best wishes to all of you. Yes, Anita just asked a question, what is the thing which makes the people, that boy, when he jumped into the river, what was the thing? He was trying to escape, go to the other part of the pond or the lake. In scientific language, if we say, it is the hormone to drive him across, to get going, the pineal gland, the endocrine gland that is making the hormone, and that made him thrive. And that is that pineal gland is such a small, very, very little thing in our body, and that is so very, very important for us, for our well-being, for the kind of self-strength or the courage that we need. It is so very important for us. Now, when we talk about the self-strength, I have described it as the fire inside, the Atma Shakti. Anita gave such a beautiful name for it, the Atma Shakti, or the fire inside. How does it come to all of us? Each one has a capability, a certain value. Now, how do you define a value? Value is a preferred choice. Each one has a preference for a behavior, a value system, and that's how we accumulate values. Values like love, kindness, empathy, sympathy, humanity, lot of values we have. And those values act like an envelope. It embraces us most of the time, and we behave like that. So these values have all got a positive impact on human beings. There are several values which we have all come across. And fundamentally, they say there are 3 most important universal values, namely love, truth, and tolerance. Now, if we take India, we have Satyameva Jayate. That is what our word had been right from day one. Now, if that is so, truth is one, love, truth, and then tolerance. From these generated the rest of all the values. If you call kindness or compassion or empathy or sympathy, all of this will be the derivatives of these 3 universal values. And that's how we have been trained by our own family people, the schools, and wherever we have moved in the society. Therefore, these values, as I mentioned to you, act like an envelope around us, and that protects us. That gives us the kind of strength. Within us, each one of us, there is a bright soul with so much of energy, which can only be compared to that of the sun. So much of power is there within us that burns like a fire. And this is self-strength, the collection of self-strength, the capability that we can say. And that is how we act, or sometimes we react also. So today we are going to discuss about that self-strength. All of us know about that. But as teachers, how do we connect this value, this beautiful value of self-strength to two subjects? We teach chemistry, we teach physics, we teach in general science, then we also teach English, we teach mathematics, social studies, geography, art, craft, music, anything. How do we link the values with these subjects? Now you may ask, why should we do that? There are moral science classes. The purpose is national education policy has been insisting on a holistic system of education wherein we link the values also along with subjects, integration with subjects. And that's the reason HEMA Foundation considered it to be one of its main goals, to integrate values with subjects and teach. And I'm here just going to do that, give you a little glimpse of how to do it. I am considering myself as a teacher, and I am presenting before you how I will be linking this value. Let us take science, for example. Now, when I talk about self-strength and science, we have all seen self-strength. I will put it this way to simply understand. Arvind, can we have that first video of those pulley? You must have heard about pulley. Pulley is a circular frame, an iron kind of a system by which we will be drawing water. Arvind, can we do that, or shall I open it? Yes, good. You have seen this pulley. My science topic is not pulley, it is something else. But I could relate the value of self-strength like a pulley. Now, you are seeing here effort, and on the other side, you are seeing load. Now, the pulley is your mind, the inner strength that you have, okay? And when individuals put an effort on one side, the other side carries the load. So it is actually like lifting your own life. If you consider the load as your life, lifting your moods, lifting your life, everything connected with you, when you put an effort through your mind, which is like a pulley, you will be slowly lifted up. And, you can come to a place, a destination where you will be parked. So, like a pulley, like how somebody is drawing the pulley to pull water, to pull heavy weights, etc., effort is put in. So if the self-strength has to display or to be displayed, one has to put an effort. And when you put that effort, it'll come up on its own. Okay, you can close it for a while now. Arvind? Now, what is happening is, in science, suppose I'm a chemistry teacher. So I am teaching the subject chemistry. I have taken hydrogen. Now, hydrogen is the puniest atom in the periodic table. Number one. One is hydrogen. And hydrogen has one electron and one proton. At the center, it is the proton, and its atomic number is 1, and its atomic weight is 1.008. Now, the electron revolves around this proton. That is how the atomic structure is all about. Now, what is actually happening is that this hydrogen, being such a puny thing, the wonders that it makes in the universe is so big. Let us see a very small 1-minute video on hydrogen. Arvind? The second slide on hydrogen. What is this hydrogen?
What actually is hydrogen? The element was discovered back in 1766 by a Brit named Henry Cavendish. Purely by chance, he found that water consists of hydrogen and oxygen. The Latin for hydrogen is hydrogenium, which literally breaks down as water generator. That's where it gets the symbol H. Hydrogen is number 1 on the periodic table, and for a good reason. No element is lighter. No substance in this universe is more abundant. Hydrogen is pure energy. The best example of this? The sun, which happens to be 92.1% hydrogen.
Yes, Arvind, you can close this. You saw that it is the number 1 element in the periodic table. And if you see the use of hydrogen, you will be really surprised. You know, you and me cannot conduct a life without water. And that water, the major component is hydrogen. Sun, it is blazing. It is because of 92.1% of hydrogen. The industries exist today because of hydrogen. The fuels, the electricity, anything you connect with the economy of the country or anything, hydrogen has a major role. And it is so much in abundance in nature. In fact, in small word, if you can say, or explanation if I give you, we can say, if hydrogen is not there, the world doesn't exist. As simple as that. So universe exists because of hydrogen. And what is the size of hydrogen? Such a small little thing. And that around that, the whole world is swinging. So when you teach hydrogen to the students, we always will be giving the academic knowledge to them about proton, electron, how it is revolving around the nucleus. All those details you will be giving, atomic weight you will be giving, number, all those things are fine. When your period of 40 minutes end, I would request you teachers, the last 3 or 4 minutes, to integrate this power of hydrogen equated with that of self-strength. Look at the power this hydrogen has. Our little hero guides the entire universe. It just has 1 electron. In many of the chemical reactions, it is willingly ready to give up its electron also and become electropositive. H plus. All right, ready to give only 1 electron, and that also it is ready to give up for any kind of a combination in this world, and still it remains powerful. So size does not matter. What matters is the kind of a courage, the kind of a self-strength that one has. Any puny little person also can be so powerful when he is able to control himself, when he is able to realize his own strength within. When you realize your strength within, you become powerful. When you control others, you become stronger. So we have to be powerful within, like this little puny atom hydrogen. So that way, if the teachers can conclude the session, your value of self-strength has gone ahead with hydrogen. This is what I would want you to talk when you talk about hydrogen in science. Now let me take about mathematics. Mathematics, there are several examples where you can take mathematics and self-strength. The very existence of universe guided by mathematics, the Fibonacci series, all those things are examples for the strength, the self-strength matter. Particularly when I would take that of a circle. Now, circle is a two-dimensional picture. It is a closure. Circle is something like a closure. Now, when you see this, you can see here, it has two parts. You have a circumference. You also have the center there. Now, from the center to the circumference is called the radius. Okay. Now, this is how we describe the circle, and all the radii, we call several lines from the center to the circumference is called radii. Okay, all the lines are called radius. So this radius, what happens is that they are of same size, same strength, same power, same everywhere. All right, let us see a small explanation here. The next video, Arvind, on circle.
A circumference and circles. A circumference is a closed curve where all points are at the same distance from the center. See it? Here we can observe that all points on the circumference are at the same distance to the center. If it wasn't like that, it wouldn't be a circumference, but rather something strange, don't you think? Well, now we know what a circumference is, it is really easy to understand what a circle is, as a circle is a circumference and its interior. Perfect. Presenting a red circle. Simple, isn't it? And now let's learn about the elements that make up a circumference.
You can close it.
The center.
Now, this circle, this radius, radii, it is a plural. Radius, if you call, all of them are equal. Imagine, how do you connect circle with self-strength? If that is a question the math teacher would like to know, I would go like this. I will consider all the values on earth, like as I mentioned in the beginning, love, truth, tolerance, patience, resilience, care, kindness, empathy, sympathy, humanity, you call it anything. All those values are the radii of a circle. And what is that circle? That circle is you and me. And these are all the radii. All these values are the radii. And that create the circumference. That circumference, you consider it as the envelope which is covering you all in a circular manner. Okay, they're all equal. There isn't any value that is bigger or smaller than the other value. All values are values. All right. And the center is you, your Atma Shakti. And from there emanates those values, and they create the circle. All right. So when you are presenting somebody circle, when you explain, you say that you as individuals, I mean the students as individuals, teachers as individuals, we will have to project to the world like a circle all around us. The values and the powers of those values are burning like a sun, the strength, like the light of the sun, it is existing around you, and you are able to reach out. When these values move out, then you are able to reach out to people. Like a circle, what the circle does is, when it moves, it travels distances. When a wheel moves, it makes a distance. So we move across like a circle. Everywhere you can see circle. Your pupil, your eye is a circle shape. All right. The earth is given that shape always. So anything and everything you view has a circular stretch behind it. And that is the capability of the inner strength that you have, which is diverted, which is classified in the form of a circumference around you. And you close it by saying, be like a circle, emanating all those great values that you have, the strength that you have, inviting people into the fold of your circumference and make it strong, relationships to be strong. And this is how you can end up for a circle. Now let me see how I can do English. Now, English is rather easy. Language is a form of expression. We express with the language, and if language had not been there, I don't know what would have been the fate of the world. And it is also equally important that the language is used properly, correctly, so that the relationships are built and not broken. It is so important. Language, the words we use sometimes, it cannot go beyond a level so that the relationships get broken. Therefore, when you teach language, you have to be extremely careful. And it is the expression of the heart. Now, here, when I say about language, I would say, I will take, suppose I'm teaching the children types of tenses. You know, there are 3 tenses that we say: past tense, present tense, and the future tense. Now, the teachers will be max to maximum, the teachers may require 1 or 2 periods to teach tenses to the children. And how do they teach? They make the children speak like that. In past tense or present tense or future tense, etc. And they teach them like that. How can we connect values of self-strength with tenses? Let us say the past tense. Suppose we want to say a past tense. I committed a mistake. That's a past tense. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. That is a past. Something which has happened, which has gone, and it has hurt people around, or whatever it is. I have committed a mistake. That is a past. Now, current one, knowingly, if I say, I am committing a mistake. I commit a mistake. I am doing it. Right now, I commit a mistake. The future tense is so beautiful. Future tense comes with a power. And power, and that power is not with the sentence or the verb you use, but with the kind of strength from within. What will be the sentence? Same sentence. I will not commit mistake. That will not, will, shall, such words come with so much of authenticity. You say, I must do it. I will do it. I shall do it. These are all part and parcel of the self coming from within your heart. A strength is shown, and that is how the tenses can be taught. So when the teachers teach tenses, give an emphasis. Yes, past is gone. Correct. Present, also we have a control over the present, whether we need to do it or not. But future is a surety, a kind of a power that I am displaying. I will not do it. I will not go. I will not commit any mistake. These are the powerful words which come out of a conviction. And conviction comes from your mind, which is so full of values, and you yourself have framed for it. You yourself have preferred choices you have made. And with that, you will be able to speak authentically. So speech with authenticity comes because of self-strength. So this is how I would be teaching English to the people. And I would like to say, like, again, calling back on Anita's story and her narrations, yeah, what makes us move along? What does give you that kind of a self-strength? There is a small saying. They say eagles love storm. Stormy wind, when the clouds gather, when there is a sign of storm around, eagles are the ones which are so happy. Why are they so happy? Because eagles know that when the winds come rushing, they can be lifted up. They can be lifted up above the clouds. And after going above the clouds, they can just glide along and peacefully rest their wings. They don't have to fly at all, flap their wings at all. Peacefully, they can glide along after going to a height above the clouds. They can come down. That is what they speak about eagles. So I would also like to say that, every day is a challenge for us, and we have no surety about our life, whether we will wake up in the morning, how we are going to get through the whole day. You can plan, we can all plan it, but there is no certainty how it is going to end. Challenges are waiting to happen any moment in time. So let the challenges come in, and that's the point we realize the self-strength, the values that come around you, protect you in the form of self-strength. Let that fire in you, let that Atma Shakti in you burn like a fire and take care of you in the coming years too. And thank you so much. God bless you all.